My name is Danny Pico. This is Robin Hanula, Holly Hrenik, and Robbie Forrest. We all chose Lisbon, Portugal as our exchange destination, and we are going to Nova SBE school.
And we're just going to talk about the main reason why we chose Lisbon, why we love it so much, and why you should come. The main reason you should go to Lisbon is because today is December 15th, and it was 18 degrees and sunny today. So it doesn't really get much better than that. We pretty much had sun and beach season the whole time we've been here.
Yeah.
Well, this is cold for us.
It was a little cold today, but I mean, it's been pretty good since we've been here. I don't see any reason why Lisbon shouldn't be your top choice.
It's really, really, really amazing. The city's beautiful. There's so many things to do. Everyone here is pretty friendly. Most people, I guess, yeah. You have the beaches down south, super close. There's so many monuments, very historical. The buildings are beautiful. So many colors. It's really, really amazing. Yeah.
Great nightlife.
It really is. I mean, choosing to go on exchange in general is a good decision, but you should probably come to Portugal.
Yes.
Totally.
We're at the end of the road, and I'm not really ready to leave. So.
Okay. So we are going to start off by talking about the visa process. So really quickly, the visa process takes about 3 weeks to process, so make sure you give yourself enough time. I applied for my visa a month in advance, which was really good because that gave me enough time to just have it and be relaxed about my travel plans. What you need is proof of having enough money to support yourself, so you need about $10,000. Your credit card limits count towards those $10,000, and you need just a letter from the bank proving that you have those funds in your bank account. Mm-hmm. What other things you need?
You need proof of a return trip, so your flight there and back. You need proof of accommodation, even if it's just like the first night or two in a hotel.
Passport pictures. Valid.
Criminal record check.
Yeah. So you got to start the process at least a month and a half.
Give yourself more time. Yeah. Also, another thing that's good to know, they will only give you a visa for, 120 days?
Oh, yeah.
So if you're planning to stay longer than that, don't freak out. You can renew your visa here.
Yeah.
Or you can just exit the country and then re-enter with a tourist visa, which gives you another 60 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to exit the whole Eurozone, the Schengen area, so you could go to like the UK or Morocco or something close, but you automatically re-enter on a tourist visa after that.
Generally though, if you have like proof of the school here and at UVic, and then all the things that they ask you for, it's really easy. The Portuguese embassy is not very easily accessible. Don't even try to email. If you call them, it's much better. They'll get back to you.
They didn't get back to me by phone, so I guess it's just like...
just luck.
Take my chance.
Only open 9 to 12.
Yeah.
So if you live in Vancouver, definitely recommend going.
Yeah, just go get the forms. It's a lot easier.
And triple check to make sure you have everything before you go down there. Otherwise, you'll have to make another trip. And their hours are pretty limited.
Yeah. Also, people tell you that you can't mail it in, but I was able to mail it in. I was living in Whistler, and it was totally fine. So if you're living somewhere else in Canada that doesn't have an embassy of Portugal there, don't worry about it.
But it wasn't a big deal. It's just you just gotta start it early, give yourself enough time, and it'll be fine.
Robbie's mom did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the course selection process at Nova. So the course selection process at Nova works based on a bidding system. The way that the bidding system works is... Does anyone know how the bidding system works?
Yeah. Everybody is given a certain amount of points. Like, say they give you 100 points, and you want to try and register for courses. You need to kind of look into which courses are going to be the most popular. Maybe on orientation day, you can talk to some other students to get a feel for that, and bid accordingly. It's not really a smart plan to just divide up your points equally between all the courses and bid that way, because there are some courses that are really popular and others that aren't.
Yeah.
I believe that you can check online to see like how many people,
average bidding is.
Yeah, what the average bid is for each class, so make sure you do that too, just so you know like what courses to allocate more points to.
To be honest, the bidding system was a disaster.
It was a nightmare.
Like, they say that they're going to change it, but I mean, I don't know. The school doubled in size this year, so we had a lot of problems with registration that we're not sure if that's going to happen again last year. But up until the day that we started classes, we didn't know what classes we were in.
Even the week after classes were started, I still didn't know my schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it can be really difficult to register for courses. Nova isn't really a place where you can get a lot of help. So you're pretty much on your own as far as course selection goes. But don't stress out. Like they'll send you emails saying that registration is closed forever and that your classes you're not gonna get what you wanted. But then they open it again like 20 minutes later. So just like relax.
Yeah.
We went through an experience where they would email us several times a day and be like, it's open, it's closed, it's open, it's closed. And we were all really stressed out, but it's not the end of the world. If you miss it, worst case scenario, you can go to the office, talk to Maria Joao. She's the international coordinator. She is usually quite busy with other things and doesn't have a lot of time to help us. But if you go make an appointment with her, she can refer you to people above her who can maybe help you with things.
And when we say it's open, it's closed, pretty much when it's open, it means you can change your schedule around. So you can change your points, you can do whatever you want. Make sure you have the right allocation depending on what courses you want to take. As soon as they close it, you have to make sure that you save your schedule. And then that's the schedule that they will use when they open it again or when they finalize it all together.
And you also have to be aware of like some classes have irregular schedules, so you got to make sure that you like click on the classes and check. Like sometimes they'll just have a random class on a Wednesday when it's always been Monday and Friday. They just like to do that for some reason.
And they put out both schedules. Like you can see the schedule on the Moodle page that they'll give you access to if you get accepted to the school. And then it'll say irregular schedule right under the normal schedule. So just make sure you cross-check your courses because they will let you overlap. Like there's no holding system on that.
Yeah, and when you register for the courses and it shows up electronically in your bidding system, when you look at your schedule, it won't show irregular courses there. So, and nobody else will inform you of what's irregular until that irregular class actually comes, which for me was halfway through the semester and conflicted. So make sure you check the document of irregular courses to confirm the dates are okay.
Mm-hmm. This whole thing sounds like a bit of a nightmare, but like, is it? But if you guys stay organized, it's just like signing up for courses at UVic. Make sure they all line up time-wise.
Yeah.
They eventually will all work out. Like we struggled with it a little bit at the start, but we all got into the
And
classes.
there's a lot of choices.
Okay.
It's not like you don't have a
Yeah,
ton of choices, but
We did all end up doing the research.
yeah, the only problem was with the bidding. You just didn't get some of the classes you wanted, and then classes are full. So it was just easier for us to do the research paper in the end, but.
And because it's only half semester, well, there's some full semester courses and there's some half semester courses.
Yeah.
The half semester courses are only 6 classes long.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't figure it out within the first 2 weeks, it's not worth taking that class anymore because you've already missed almost half of it.
I would recommend doing the half semester courses too. I like them.
Yeah.
I
I really like
And then in the
You
second,
can focus more, and then you're done with them. Get on to the next courses.
in the second half, they also open the bidding again. So like, if something happens in the first half and you couldn't get one of the courses that you wanted and now you were short classes, you also have the possibility to pick up another one in the second half of the semester, so that's also really good.
However, with that, I think it gets difficult on UVic's side because they have to approve your courses in September. So that's something you have to speak to Radhika about. But if you're really stuck, it'll probably be an option.
Or you could pick up one that they've already approved on the list that they
there's a lot of approved courses already.
There's options.
Yeah. It was a nightmare, but it all worked out. We all had enough credits in the end. So
also, the reason that we all took masters instead of undergrad is because the undergrad courses, there's not a lot of approved courses, and they're not, like you'll notice a lot of the undergraduate courses are like econ or calc based, and they're pretty much always stuff that you've taken before. So we all chose to take master's level courses because they're a little bit more interesting. So don't be intimidated by the fact that it's masters. It's not really that different from UVic at all. If anything, it's a little bit lighter of a course load than third year, which is what you're used to now.
And you get to go home before Christmas that way. So it's nice if you want to do that. If you want to stay longer, then undergrad could be a good option. I don't really know anyone that did undergrad, so I can't really talk about it. But
we really enjoyed the master's courses. We thought that they were a little more in-depth than the kind of courses we were used to taking, so a little bit more interesting. And then also for group projects, if you pair up with the Portuguese students who are masters, They're pretty serious about school, which is good for us since we're not pass-fail.
Yeah, that was really good about masters. Like, all the students are really focused on school, so like you don't have to worry about people who just want to pass or fail, like a lot of exchange students.
Yeah.
They take it super seriously, so usually they really want good grades. So in that regards, it's good, but also it's kind of higher competition for grades and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And they don't curb grades here.
No.
Okay, so do you guys want to start talking about courses? I can run through the list and we can just say it. So, Sustainable International Business. That was me, Robin, and Robbie who took that course.
Yeah.
Really interesting
Awesome
prof.
course, really good.
Super cool guy.
Really interesting.
Really difficult marker.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
That was definitely the hardest course.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
the
was,
hardest course.
it was the one course that it really felt like a master's level course. It was really interesting stuff, useful information.
He's a very interesting guy.
Yeah, but it was tough. The final was very hard. We just had it 2 days ago, and it was difficult, but
yeah,
I'm still happy I took it.
Yeah,
It was still
good
interesting.
class.
Yeah.
Good class.
Okay, family business.
We all took family business. I believe I can speak for us all when I say we would recommend it.
Yeah.
It's not the most interesting class ever. I found that it was kind of like LPO in structure, but the difficulty level and the workload aren't bad at all.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a good one to take if you're worried about your workload.
If you have a family business too, I would definitely recommend it. Like my dad has a family business, and it was interesting for me to kind of learn about working like that. So if you actually have a family business home, I would definitely recommend it. But if not, still it's good information.
Yeah. The exam was also open book, so that was a plus.
Yeah.
It was hard though.
It was hard.
I like the prof too. A very good prof.
But manageable class overall, I would say.
Yeah. I would recommend it.
Okay, entrepreneurship.
Holly and I took entrepreneurship. We had it with different profs, so it was a little bit different. Mine was mostly project-based with an exam at the end. I thought it was super interesting, especially because I'm not specializing in audit, so if you're going to do that, then that's great. If you are specializing in audit, it's probably not going to be approved by
Just
UVic,
not
though.
approved.
Yeah.
What
Really,
was-
really good prof.
What was your prof's name?
What was your prof's name?
Mine was Miguel Duarte, and Robin's professor is actually well known to be the better entrepreneurship profer. He's pretty renowned in Portugal, so if you can get it with the other guy, do that. Not that mine was a bad experience, but everyone kind of flocks to get in his class.
So yeah, if you want to know his name,
So it's more
you can
popular
ask
than.
me, but I don't really know.
Email Robin.
We can look it up.
She'll
Yeah,
remember.
email.
Okay, CRM. So me and Robbie took CRM. What did you think? I love the professor.
Yeah.
She was great.
It was mostly group projects. Most of our courses are group projects.
Yeah.
We had a good group. We had 2 Portuguese guys, 2 Norwegian people. Really good group, interesting. Like, you make some new friends. It was good. Yeah, the prof was.
The professor, easy marker.
Yeah.
The exam is longer than you think, and
Yeah.
the class is really, really interesting. I love
Yeah, it
it.
was like marketing mixed with what's that class? Like the technology class that we took.
Oh, MIS.
MIS. God, I've been out of the 3rd year too long.
Hopefully Rebecca's not watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Customer and managerial decision making. That's a class that I took on my own. It's really interesting. It's very strongly psychology based. The actual class itself is mostly composed of individual group presentations. So you really only have to do one really big group presentation, which is worth 40% of your mark, and then the final exam, and then participation is the rest. I really liked the class. It was not a heavy course load at all, and the final exam was really short and surprising. Okay, the seminar.
So we all took the seminar on current economic and financial events. It was a very open class. Basically, you do one presentation and you can do it on any topic that has to do with like some current economic thing, like event, pretty much. So it's very like student run, like no lectures, no final. So it was an interesting class. You get to like listen to your peers and what they find interesting that's going on in the world and how they seem to do it. It was a really interesting class, actually. I really liked it.
It's good for like presentation practice as well, because
Yeah.
you basically run
Half
an
an hour
entire
presentation.
class,
Yeah.
a full half-hour PowerPoint presentation, and then a long question period. So it's a really good experience in that respect, and also the prof that runs it
is the ex-minister of finance of Portugal.
Which is pretty
He's a
cool.
beauty.
He doesn't talk a lot except for chiming in at the end of every class. But he has valuable insight. Well,
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
good input.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend it for
I'd
sure.
recommend
though,
it.
Yeah.
One thing about Nova, all of the professors are really well known.
Yeah,
And
super
they
well
have
known.
like extensive work
Really good
experience
professors, I
along
found.
with
Yeah.
along with teaching experience, so you get a lot of real life like application skills.
And the seminar was our Portuguese like current like
Yeah,
class.
our country
Yeah.
specific.
Our country
class.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
insight.
Yeah,
Negotiation.
good one to take.
Okay, so Holly and I took negotiation. I'd probably say it's the most practical class I've ever taken.
Yeah.
But that being said, it does take a lot of focus and a lot of work, and you should make sure that you are caught up on the curriculum. There aren't many projects or anything. You do assignments like once a week, but they aren't that difficult.
Yeah. There's a group negotiation every week, so like you'll get paired up with a partner or a team, and you'll actually do a negotiation simulation, and then the prof will talk about the results and what you did wrong, what you could have done better, that sort of thing. There's a fairly hefty paper at the end, about 15 pages. And the exam is not as bad as you would think. It's not an easy class, but it's very, very practical and totally manageable.
Yeah, totally recommend it.
Okay. And then the last one I think is me and Holly. We took Route to SMEs. It was a fairly easy course as far as workload goes.
Route to market for SMEs.
What
Social
did I say?
route to SMEs.
Oh, route to market.
They
for
shortened the
SMEs.
name for our own benefit.
SMEs is small and medium enterprises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was
Social.
something about social businesses. I was expecting microfinance type stuff, but it's not. It's basically how to grow a small and medium business into a larger business, so creating a business plan, marketing plan, that sort of thing.
It was really interesting. The
Yeah.
professor is like a really, really well-known businesswoman here in Portugal. She's responsible for bringing goat cheese to the Portuguese market. She was really cool. The course is a little bit strange as far as structure goes, but overall it was really interesting. Another thing about classes at Nova, they sometimes go from 7 to 10 p.m. So a lot of the courses are later on in the evening, which is different from what we're used to.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind when you're planning your
But
schedule.
you don't have to have it that way. I didn't have any late classes.
A lot of classes are 3
But there are
hours.
a lot.
Yeah, most classes are 3
They're
hours.
either 2 times a week
Yeah.
for an hour 50 each,
Yeah.
or 1 3-hour class.
That made it really easy to make your schedules only like Monday to Wednesday.
Yeah,
we
we
only
all-
have
yeah,
class
shorter
3 days
weeks.
a week.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
That's a
Which
big
is
thing.
awesome.
The kids at the other university in Lisbon, Catholica, they had school 5 days a week, but we were lucky enough to get it down to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those days kind of suck, but it's so worth it for traveling.
No,
and
it was awesome.
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
Lisbon, obviously, it was definitely worth switching your.
Even if
courses
you
into
had like, there was
couple.
one day where I had class from 4 to 10 p.m., but I had the entire morning.
Yeah,
Which is great.
I'd recommend
Okay,
trying to do it like that.
so Portuguese course. So
Okay.
first thing you
Yeah.
should know is that you have to pay for the Portuguese course separately
Yeah.
from the UVic course. So you pay at UVic and then you pay again here. And it's 350 euros.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you have to
pretty
pay in
substantial.
cash, in person. You have to go to a different campus, the social sciences building,
Yeah.
and pay. It was kind of a
10-minute
nightmare.
walk.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a 10-minute walk
it's a big.
from the other campus.
If you wait, I'd recommend almost doing it like one of the first days you get here, because if you wait till like courses actually start going, it gets really busy at the office, and
Yeah.
like I waited in line for like 2 hours one day.
Yeah, I went one of the first days that I got here and I didn't wait in line at all, and I got my first pick for course
And
schedule.
I was the last one allowed in the class I wanted, so I got very lucky, or else I would have been on Friday, so that would have kind of
Yeah, I
ruined my time.
know.
So yeah, me, Robin, and Holly all took the level 1 Portuguese, and we all speak a little Spanish. We took like Spanish 100A, Spanish 100B at UVic.
And
that
then
helped.
Holly did French immersion.
Yeah, so that helped a lot, like just knowing how verbs, like conjugating verbs, there's a lot of similar words. We didn't find it very difficult
wasn't
because of
very
that.
Yeah.
Like, I think we all did relatively well. We haven't got our marks back, but we all didn't struggle or find it difficult. People at Catalika that hadn't done a language before did find it really difficult.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a language yeah, it could be difficult, but if you take it Spanish, it's really
Then you
not
should
that
be
hard.
good, yeah.
It's really not hard.
Portuguese, though, that being said, like the language itself is pretty difficult to understand.
Yeah, it
People
is.
here
Yeah.
speak really fast.
Mhm.
I speak Spanish as my first language, so I was in A2. If you speak Spanish or French or Italian, they will put you in A2 immediately. The difference between A1 and A2 is completely done in Portuguese, so they don't speak any English to you ever. So you learn everything in Portuguese, which makes it a little bit more difficult for understanding, but you do learn a lot more vocab, which is really useful.
That being said, they'll try to put you in A2, but I don't think you have to be.
No,
Because
they
I
ask
speak
you.
French, and they asked me what I wanted to do, and I said A1.
That's true. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
Spanish, they pretty much.
If you're a
force you.
native speaker, you should probably do A2. Like, it was a little bit more challenging than A1, but like if you're actually wanting to learn to speak the language, I would recommend doing A2.
Yeah, but okay.
Alright.
I think
That's
it.
good for
That's
classes.
good for classes. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so now we're going to talk to you about what it's like living in Portugal, what it's like for social events, nightlife, food, culture, and all of the stuff you want to know before you decide to move here. So I'll kick us off with social events from Nova. So the school that we went to doesn't really provide a lot of support for students. There isn't really any events planned by them at all. I mean, there are, but exchange students don't really go to those, and they're not very well advertised.
It's not advertised like
Yeah. The big group here in Portugal, as far as exchange goes, is called Erasmus Life Lisboa. They're really, really cool. They're huge because so many people come here on exchange. I think something like 50% of the student population at Nova is exchange students.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
It's a
3,500 or something.
Really international school.
Yeah.
So what Erasmus Life Lisboa does is do everything that the university didn't do for you. So they help you get a bank account, they help you get a cell phone, they help you with everything, which is great. Because living in Portugal can be a little bit crazy when it comes to
Getting organized.
yeah.
So what you got to do is just go down to their office. It's downtown. It's like not too far away. And
Barrio.
yeah, in Barrio Alto, and you just get a card. They'll just print it off. It takes about 15 minutes. They give you a calendar. It shows all their events. Like they go on trips up to Porto and different cities. They throw events all the time. The card gets you discounts at a lot of clubs.
You get in for free
Yeah,
at
you
a
get-
different club every night.
Yeah, so it's a really good thing to have. It's like 15 euros, but if you get it right away, it's definitely worth it. I
Yeah,
definitely save some money with it.
Yeah, it's great. Great. Everything that Nova was lacking to do, ELL would have done for us, but we didn't know about it when we first got here.
Yeah, it took about a month to get it, but I would get it right away. Even after a month, it was still worth it.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. Okay. Nightlife?
Urban Beach. That's all you know. No,
You can go out every night
Yeah.
in Lisbon.
it's amazing.
And never get bored.
And never get bored.
And expect to come home really early.
Yeah,
in
if
the
you
morning.
go home by 6, it was a decent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
a-
think we averaged 6:30.
Yeah, I think 6:30.
It was awesome.
you can drink on the streets here, so most of the bars are pretty much you go in, get a beer or whatever,
It's incredible.
and go back outside, and everyone's just on the streets. There's one area called Barrio Alto.
Barrio Alto is all you need to
Go
know.
to
Yeah.
Barra.
Go to
Go have a
Barrio.
couple beers there, walk down to Urban Beach.
Beers
This
are
is
80 cents at Barrio Alto.
a club right on the
Enough
beach.
said. Enough
Yeah,
said.
drinks are really cheap. The main reason Lisbon is the place to go, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Superbach, you'll learn
Lots of
Superbach
Superbach and Sagres.
and Urban Beach really fast. That'll be your go-tos.
Okay.
No, when you're going to the clubs here, they use a card system. So when you're entering,
Yeah.
you have to get a card. You charge anything you purchase on the card throughout the night, and when you're leaving, you pay. And if you don't get a card, they're going to make you pay somewhere between 50 to 200 euros to exit the
Don't
club.
lose your card, eh, Jen?
Didn't happen to any of us. Didn't happen.
Oh, good.
Okay, does anyone want to talk about, so Lisbon has a very relaxed lifestyle. I really love it here. I think
Love
it's
it.
great, but expect things you show up and things are closed, or it's just way,
Bus
a way
schedules,
different way of life. People aren't really as stressed about timing. They're not really as focused on getting you things on time. It's a much more easygoing way of life. And if you need something done, it's probably going to take you like twice as long as it would at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it took me 2 months to open a bank account.
I don't have a bank.
So,
I still don't
yeah,
have
they
a
didn't.
bank.
They
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
even
still
get to
waiting.
open. I was the only one that actually got mine, and it took me
Yeah.
2 months.
If Nova tries to get you to get a bank account through them,
Don't do
I
it.
wouldn't
Don't do it.
suggest
Yeah, no,
doing
do it with ELL for sure.
Or
Yeah.
just do it on your own.
Or just go
Just
to any
don't do
bank
it.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, or don't do it. But
Yeah.
if you want, it's just easier. I don't know.
But yeah, just know if you're the kind of person that really, really, really needs a lot of structure
Yeah.
and you're going to be stressed out, Portugal is not the place for you to come.
No, you need a laid back personality for sure.
Or you
Which,
can adopt.
like, none of us
Or
have
you,
issues.
or you can be like me and learn to relax a little. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Okay, so safety.
it's safe. I mean,
I would say
Yeah,
it's
we
pretty
Yeah.
walk home from the
We-
bar all the
at
time.
like 5 in the morning. We've
Holly
never
had
had
her
issues.
purse stolen.
Be
Yeah.
really careful, girls, with your purses. Make sure it goes across your body. Never
Yeah.
take it off your body. I was sitting at a cafe. There was
May
like
have been
over my
harassing
shoulder,
you.
arm beside me. Robin was staring at me the whole time. They're really just magicians with theft
Yeah, it's
here.
incredible.
If you're careful, then it's safe. If you're not careful,
Exactly.
then you'll get
It's
stuck.
a big city. If
Yeah.
you're in any big city, stuff
Exactly.
happens. You just need to be smart. Be with your friends.
Yeah.
Don't walk home alone.
Don't
Yeah.
go. Don't
It's-
go out alone at night.
But it's safe. I've never
but
felt
it's fine.
in danger one time here.
Yeah.
Never.
Also,
No, never.
a lot of people around here recommend that you don't take cabs alone at night, especially as a girl. There
Yeah.
have been several incidents with cab drivers
Yeah.
here while we were on exchange.
Yeah, definitely.
Just something to be aware of.
Yeah, just be smart about it, and it's totally
Just
fine.
don't
Yeah.
go out. I mean, as in general, as a girl, not that we had any experiences,
Mhm.
but just going out alone is just maybe grab like if you're with a friend or something, it's fine. But we've just heard of things happening. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, it's completely safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problems at all.
No
We
problem.
never
The
felt
people are
endangered.
super nice.
Yeah,
Like,
super.
if you ever need help, you just ask someone.
Portuguese people are great.
They're really
Also,
helpful.
everybody here speaks English.
Yeah.
Like it.
I've had like 2 times where they
It's
didn't speak
incredible.
English. One
Yeah.
time I was getting a haircut, which was kind of a big deal, but besides that, I've never really had an issue.
Okay, what's a bring? Bring some non-summer clothes.
Yes.
But bring the
Yeah.
summer clothes.
Although we
Yeah.
say that it's 18 degrees on December
It's
15th.
cold.
Yeah,
At
and
night.
you get really climatized to the higher temperatures. It sounds ridiculous to say that 18 degrees was cold, but
Mine's
I wore my
fine.
parka to
Yeah.
school today.
Yeah.
So yeah, pack less summer clothes than you would expect. More like light fall clothes, I would say.
I'd say it's like pretty
That
hot.
quick dry thing, since
Yeah.
there's no dryers here.
But the first 2 months,
Pretty
we were
hot
going to the
until, like,
beach
end of
all the
October.
time.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
pretty
bring
much.
your sandals, bring towels, bring bathing suits.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what else? Bring your obviously common sense stuff, toiletries,
Oh,
laptop.
don't forget your European plug.
Yeah, European
Oh, yeah,
adapters.
European
Also, if you take
Oh.
any like extra vitamins
Yeah,
or
bring-
supplements or anything,
They
it's
don't have that
really
here.
hard to buy
Yeah,
things
so bring
over here
drugs.
without prescriptions.
Going to the pharmacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty helpful though. Like if you get like a
But you
something or
need
whatever,
prescriptions
you can
for standard stuff. Like
Yeah.
the pharmacists here are really good because they can actually prescribe you stuff.
Yeah.
Like that one time. Yeah.
go. Okay.
Anyway.
Anything else?
Okay, language. So Portuguese is relatively easy if you speak Spanish. It's not easy to understand. It's easy to get the basics down, I would say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The pronunciation of the words and stuff I found to be really hard to learn, but also to learn to listen to. Like when you're reading a word, it sometimes sounds pretty different than, like out loud, than how you would imagine saying it yourself. But overall, it's not a bad language to learn.
No. It's an interesting language.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, food.
The food, if you like seafood, you'll enjoy it. They have a lot of bacalao, which is just pretty much cod,
Life.
baked cod.
In
But
various forms.
the food is very average. It's just plain.
If you like ham and cheese sandwiches,
Yeah.
you're gonna listen.
Yeah, it's just you can get from grocery stores. You can pretty much get whatever you want. but-
Yeah, everything you would get from home.
Yeah.
Also,
There's no celery.
No.
grocery stores are cheaper than home, I would say.
Yeah,
the
much
food
cheaper.
here, generally, eating out, I would say is about the same.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grocery stores are cheaper. The food
Much
is pretty,
cheaper.
like, it's good, but there's nothing, like, out of this world,
Yeah.
I would
Except-
say.
No.
Pastries. The
Except
pastries are
pastries.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the orange juice. Oh my god.
You have to get a pastel de Belém.
I had
Yeah.
3
Make
today.
sure you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay,
Next.
so culture. Okay. anything to say about the culture?
Um,
Everybody here is so nice.
Yeah.
Like, so nice, so helpful.
It's laid back, just like relaxing.
Everybody's
People.
relaxing.
Yeah.
except for people working in customer service positions. Kind of blows my mind. They yelled at me when I was trying to get a bus pass, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of questions here.
No.
But
But the regular people on the street are super nice, very helpful.
Everyone's lovely.
Yeah.
There's nothing really, like, as far as culture shocks go, I wouldn't say I've experienced anything.
not
You
really.
guys?
I mean, I think all of us have traveled a bit before, so maybe if you haven't yet,
Yeah,
it
if
would be
you've
quite a
never left
culture
it,
shock. But if
Mostly
you
just the language, I guess.
The
right?
language.
Yeah.
Language, drinking on the streets. That's a good thing.
Yeah, no.
I don't really know.
I found Portuguese people are really nice. At Nova, since a lot of exchange students are there and there's Erasmus life, there's not really that much of a chance to get to know Portuguese people very well.
Yeah.
We do have some Portuguese friends, definitely, but it's not like
Yeah.
as much as you would in other schools, I imagine.
Yeah, they're not as
Yeah.
open, I feel like, to English-speaking people, but they're still nice.
They're
They
really
have
nice,
their
yeah.
own friends. It's
I
like
mean-
people that come to UVic, it's just different.
We had a really positive experience here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Do we need to talk about housing?
Yeah, housing and then international services and orientation.
Okay.
What do you want to do first?
We'll start with housing.
Okay.
We live in a giant 24 student apartment building. It's been a blast. I don't know if we would recommend the actual building again. We've had a great experience
Yeah.
because of our roommates and all the amazing friends we've made.
Mhm.
But the building is pretty run down in a lot of ways. Mold, showers don't work very the showers don't work very well.
Kitchen's not the best.
Okay, I like it.
But it's
It's-
chicken
We
though.
loved it. But
It's-
I loved it. We had a really good time.
No,
Like,
Yeah, we
it's
did.
a great way to get to know people.
Yeah.
Like, if you're the kind of person that's a little bit shy, like moving in with somebody that you don't know is such a wonderful experience.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
moving in with people that aren't from Canada, not from your culture, like not familiar to you, it can be a little bit intimidating, but like it's so worth it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it.
Being the best part of the entire experience for me. So if you guys are interested in finding out where we lived, maybe just get our contact
Yeah, you can
information.
always
We're
let us
happy
know.
to give you suggestions. Or Uni Places is a really good place to look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uni Places is a website to find student housing in Europe in general.
Mhm.
We booked a place through them and then ended up changing, but they have a lot of options there.
Yeah.
I
I would recommend living with other exchange students. It just
Yeah.
like I have friends all over Europe now, so
It's incredible.
it's a great like
Yeah.
we were just gonna live with us Canadians, which would have been I'm sure fine, but I would have made half the friends that I've made here.
And I would say, especially since Nova doesn't offer a lot of student life, it's really good to meet friends in a
Yeah.
different way.
And you find out about a lot of things. Like, they're from different universities, which can be really good because it provides you, like, help from other places.
Yeah.
Okay, international services.
They're kind of a joke.
Nova doesn't offer help. Like,
Yeah.
they just don't.
Yeah.
The times that I've had to deal with them, as far as course registrations go, as far as bank accounts go, as far as anything goes, they haven't really been able to help me at all.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I was able to get help elsewhere, so don't let that deter you. But definitely don't expect much as far as help from the university goes. They had one orientation day, which we all ended up missing.
It was mandatory, remember?
Yeah.
Mandatory.
And we all
It's
ended
not
up
very
missing
mandatory.
it because our registration system for the bidding process got messed up. So we had to go home and change our course applications. So we didn't end up going.
No.
Yeah, not mandatory.
Yeah, it's not like
don't
it's
think
not
any-
existent.
I don't
Like,
think anything.
yeah, it just doesn't happen.
There's not
I
a lot
never
of help.
really dealt with it.
No.
No, the lady in the international office is Maria Joao. She has a lot on her plate. She's not really that helpful. If you really, really need her, you can kind of twist her arm. But it takes a lot of pressure for her to really react to anything. So just be aware of that. But like Danny said, it's totally possible to figure things out in other ways. On
Yeah,
your
it's
own.
fine. And like people at the school are really helpful. Like students at the school are really helpful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so do you want to talk about traveling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Traveling is pretty easy from Portugal. It's kind of like on the coast, but it's a big airport. There's 2 terminals, and you can get cheap flights pretty much everywhere. I did a lot of traveling while I was here in Portugal and elsewhere.
Yeah, definitely travel in Portugal. There's so many cool
Yeah.
places to
Oh
see.
my gosh. Go to Lagos.
Go to
Yeah,
Lagos.
so that's how I started. I went
Go to
to
Porto.
Go to Azores.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Azores. We
Yeah.
can't say enough about Azores. I haven't heard it recommended by any of the
It is a
previous
hidden
students.
treasure.
Yeah.
Like,
It's an island off of Portugal. It's about a 2-hour flight.
it's beautiful.
You can get super cheap flights there. It's
Yeah,
so
we
nice.
flew there back
Ponta
and
da
forth.
Gada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely do everything you can to see everything in Portugal. It's really, really amazing.
Lagos.
Yeah.
Lagos is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a little beach town.
And
It's
everywhere
like
you go
an
is so
Algarve.
different too.
Yeah. It's really, really a diverse country.
It's really beautiful here, and you'll find that a lot of people don't know about these places, which is really awesome
Yeah.
because a lot of elsewhere in Europe is overcrowded with
Yeah.
tourists.
And you can take buses pretty much everywhere. We bussed out of Lagos. We actually rented a car and went up to Porto. It was interesting.
Make sure you go to Lagos in the first month though, because
Yeah.
the
'cause
weather
it's
is
totally
gonna
worth it.
turn
Yeah.
a little bit and get a bit colder.
Yeah, it's so nice down there.
Yeah, beautiful.
And if
Same.
you want to travel elsewhere in Europe, it's really easy. Like, we
Yeah.
went to Germany for Oktoberfest,
Yeah.
which was great.
Go, 100% go.
Buy your flights in advance if
Yeah.
you're going to do that.
Buy
It's
them
like
early.
quite expensive.
Yeah.
I traveled a lot around Spain. Could definitely get around, and like it was pretty easy to travel.
And I flew to Eastern Europe for like €50. I flew to Budapest, went to Prague, went to Krakow, went to Warsaw. Like,
Yeah,
not
you know-
expensive.
No, it's great.
Yeah, we got a round trip flight to Hamburg, Germany for like
30
30
euros.
euros.
Yeah. It's
Look ahead of time though, because they get a lot more expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a couple weeks in advance. Just pick your times once you know your schedule, and definitely do as much traveling as you can.
But yeah, even though Portugal's kind of like out of the way a little bit, it's still
It's
super
so
cheap.
easy.
Yeah,
It's still really easy. Their flights are a little longer, but it's totally worth it.
no, it's pretty easy.
Travel as much as you can.
Yeah, like we
Absolutely.
love Lisbon. We stayed in here quite a bit, but
Feels like home.
it's so
Yeah.
so much fun traveling.
Yeah, it's awesome like coming home from all your trips too.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Lisbon. The nice warm weather.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
always nice coming back.
Okay, cost of living.
Cost of living, I found to be lower than home.
Yeah.
I spent more money because of traveling, but the basic costs for like rent and food and going out especially are cheaper than at home.
Yeah.
Our rent was probably
300 euros.
yeah,
So
so
like
like 450
450.
Canadian.
You can definitely get other places.
You can get
for
cheaper than
around-
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
but yeah,
I would
Yeah.
say that's like a
that's
medium
it.
range.
Yeah, it's like an
Yeah.
average price.
As far as groceries go, we already spoke about that a little bit. It is cheaper than home here. For
Mhm.
food, drinks, definitely cheaper than home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going out, definitely cheaper than
Definitely.
home.
For equivalent, like a large beer from the store, like a liter of beer is about
€2.
$3
Yeah.
Canadian, and then like chicken breasts are like maybe $3.50. I'm just trying to think of like
chicken breast.
stuff that's equivalent. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Bottle of wines are like $1.50.
Green
Wine is
wine
so
is
cheap.
Green wine.
Yeah, try the green wine.
Green
It's
wine.
a Portuguese specialty. I wrote my research
incredible.
paper on it.
Yeah.
Writing.
You like it so
Nerd. Okay, co-op opportunities.
Co-op opportunities in Portugal are
It'd be
non-existent.
Don't
Yeah.
exist.
Well, the Portuguese
We
economy
really
just
tried.
isn't very strong right now. But to be fair, none of us tried to
We
get
never
a
tried.
co-op
And you
here.
pretty
You
much
would
to
have
be-
to speak Portuguese,
Yeah.
definitely, to do so.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're interested in doing a co-op abroad, you would try other
But
places.
there's a
in
lot
Europe.
of big name companies here
Yeah,
in
there is.
Portugal. They just, I don't know
Like, we
if
try.
hiring students is a big thing, but you definitely, that's something that you would be able to talk to about some of your professors. Like, I remember a lot of them mentioning students have interned, so
Yeah.
definitely a source there. We didn't try, so I have no idea really. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay, so last thing we can really say is we have had such an amazing time here.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it really, I can't even begin to describe to you how amazing this has all been. The people that we've met, the places that we've gone, like, everything has just been so incredible, and I would recommend it.
Go on exchange.
Go on
honestly.
exchange. Come to Lisbon. Don't listen to anybody else.
Yeah.
It's an
Go to
amazing
Nova
city.
if
It's amazing.
Nova
You'll
is
meet
better
so
than
many
Catalunya.
people.
Choose
Yeah, go
Nova.
to Nova.
Go to Nova if you want a 3-day
Oh,
schedule.
Yeah.
schedule. Yeah. So
We're not biased at all, but I mean, like,
we're
we've
biased.
had a good time.
Yeah, really.
But we're biased.
Yes, come to Lisbon.
And
Well,
if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask Radhika for our contact information or find us on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're more than happy to help you out with anything. you
yeah,
need.
I love talking about Lisbon, so please,
Yeah.
please
Any
ask me.
questions? Please ask.
Anything that you need to go through as well when you decide to come here, like the
Yeah.
questions about the Metro Pass, if you guys need to know what good areas are to live, anything,
Yeah.
we're definitely happy to help you guys out. So
Yeah.
Have fun.